Halftime Pizza and FightSaga.com proudly present War Week Radio with 5-decade fight trainer James Gogue.
Guys, welcome. Happy Sunday to everybody. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. I hope they enjoyed yesterday's big Saturday upset from the Copper Box Arena in Hackney, UK, in which former WBO interim heavyweight champ Joe Joyce, well, he got TKO'd in 6 from the Big Bang, Zhilei Zhang. Congratulations to the Chinese puncher. Coach, you stated that this was a distinct possibility. Well, if Joe Joyce couldn't make it past the 5th or 6th round. Tell us what happened yesterday, sir.
Yeah, well, if you looked at the way I broke down that fight, I said that Joyce, nothing special, but he's steady. He's in good condition. You know what I mean? He slowly chops away at you, okay? But he does it consistently every round. And I thought this guy from his last fight with Hrgovic, his conditioning's terrible after 6 rounds. And I thought if you could get past the first half of the fight, okay, and take Zhang in the second half of the fight, I thought he would stop him. And that my fight prediction was going according to plan. The second round, third round, I seen that Zhang, I seen his nonverbal twitch in his face. Right there, I said right now, he ain't in shape, man. All Joyce got to do is keep grinding on him, pounding that rock, keep chopping that tree down. And he was doing it, but he got hit with them big left hands, which, you know, caused his right eye to swell. And that was his downfall and everything. But yeah, if he would have got past, like I said, it got stopped in the 6. And I said if he would have got past the 6, it would have been, yeah. And his eye, if his eye, man, he had a terrible cut, man. That guy was garbage.
I was
shocked.
shocked.
Should have been. Look, I've been in positions like that where once I see that eye starting to swell, I press it with Inswell to keep the swelling down, okay, between rounds. And that guy they had was terrible. He didn't do a good job at all. I don't know who the guy was, but that's the first thing I would have worked on right off the bat. Even, when you're getting hit by those punches, you don't see no swelling in the first round, but still put that Inswell, okay, on the fighter's under his eye or over his eye or around his eye to prevent the swelling, okay? He didn't do it until it was ready puffed up. And that guy, that's what happens when you don't pay a guy a real good cut man, for a real good cut man that knows how to prevent shit like this from happening. A guy like Joe Souza, you know what I mean? Who that, he would have kept that, that swelling down to a minimum. But anyway, yeah.
But yeah, Coach, were you surprised though? Were you surprised though in the first 2 rounds that Zhilei Zhang, he couldn't miss?
I told you, Joe, man, that guy's slow as molasses, Joyce. He has robot. He's a robot, a slow motion robot. And man, I thought he would, have better defense against that left hand than he did. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, congratulations nonetheless. And guys, once again, we'll go into some quotes. We'll do a little more in-depth recap of the big heavyweight upset. Zhilei Zhang now become the WBO interim heavyweight champ. What's next for both men? We'll go through that. But guys, the main event of our program with James Gogue is the big fight preview between Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. Guys, and you might be a bit surprised at the odds. According to the BetMGM book, boy, the odds are shrinking. We'll disclose that at the 20-minute mark. But I tell you what, Coach, let's go ahead and say hello to our very good friends from the chat. Mr. Ponche Punchy. Brother, I told you, man. I tried to tell you. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for supporting the coach every Sunday. And the lovely and talented Miss Margie Garcia. God bless you, sister. Thank you so much, my honey, for supporting the coach on this beautiful Sunday night. And once again, salute to you, Coach Gogue. Always very insightful, and we love you for it, brother. And my brother, Peter Von Arx, greeting Joseph and Coach Gogue. Greetings to you, my friend. And he says, Zhang is eating egg rolls and wonton soup after the fight. Well, he's probably eating much better than that at this time.
He was eating that prior to the fight. That fucking guy ain't got to watch his weight.
Well, I tell you what, thank you for joining us, Peter. We appreciate it, my friend. Thank you for supporting the coach. Also, my brother Tycho TV, salute Joseph Heron and the great Coach Gogue. Yes, sir.
What up, Tycho TV?
Good to see you, my friend. And Bunches says, Joyce got lynched, plain and simple. No. Anything plain and simple, and nothing plain and simple about yesterday's contest. We'll get into it a little bit more in depth. Also, my brother, Funkrites, thank you so much for joining us and supporting the coaches. Fine Sunday evening. Says, hey, Joseph and Coach Gogue, hope you guys are having a wonderful evening. Yes, we're just getting started. And once again, guys, what better way to kick off Big Fight Week than to hear the preview from Coach James Gogue? Sounds like a beautiful evening and a kickoff to a great week to me. I also want to give a shout out to my brother Bruce, Gas, Mox, and Jazz and more. Salute, Joe and Coach. Salute to you, my friend. And guys, if you haven't already, please go subscribe to my brother Bruce. He does a lot of great stuff on his channel. You won't be disappointed. God bless you, my friend. I tell you what, Coach. So once again, deliberating. I was thinking about, this is prime time for an upset. Once again, couple things led me to believe that this would be an upset, right? Joe Joyce, you look at the week leading up in front of all the British press. They were asking him about Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, Alexander Usyk, and that's all they were talking about. No one was asking him about Zhilei Zhang and the serious dilemma that he poses for all of his opponents within the first 3-4 rounds. That was item one. Item two, as you stated, well, Joe Joyce is a very slow starter, and he's right there to be hit. Number three, for all intents and purposes, this gentleman, Zhilei Zhang, turning 40 years of age in a week and a half. For all intents and purposes, this is his last chance saloon because he's widely regarded as too much risk for the reward. After this, yeah, good luck getting a big-time heavyweight fight opportunity, right? So all of those things combined, and the odds, guys. I don't know who set the odds for this, but they were absolutely nuts, making Zhilei Zhang a straight-up win-loss, plus 550.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was, guys, I hope you guys put some long green on it because it was just way too absurd to overlook. Guys, at this time, I also want to give a shout out to my brother, G Funky Boxing. Greetings, Big Joe and Coach. And guys, if you haven't already subscribed to G Funky, please go do that. He had a great interview on Friday with Samson Lukowicz. Very, very revealing. Go check it out and subscribe to my brother G Funky. Also want to give a shout out to brother James. Errol Spence, 1 year out of the ring and no fight on the horizon. Not good. Well, we'll see, brother. We'll see. Just pay attention the remaining weeks, the next few weeks. We'll see if a big fight regarding Errol Spence isn't announced. But Gogue, what were you surprised? And once again, and here's the wild card, right, that most people didn't consider. Howard Foster as referee. Yeah. Third man in the ring. For some strange reason, he always looks to pull the trigger very quickly in each and every one of his fights. I don't know how he continues to get these big assignments, Coach, but was he a factor in this fight?
Man, Joe, fights nowadays, man, they're extra cautious and everything. I've seen guys with worse conditions with the eye, okay?
Yep.
And they wouldn't even think about stopping the fight, okay? When that eye started closing, I started thinking, oh, my God, because of the way things are nowadays, they're very sensitive. to issues like this, man, they might, I had a feeling, they might stop the fight, especially when Howard, when that guy Howard Foster was involved. And when that doctor went up there the second time, that's all I needed to see. When he went up there the second time, man, I go, man, they're going to stop the fight, man. He ain't going to go up there the second time unless, what do you call it? Everything was going smooth. His eye was getting hit a lot. His eye was, wasn't really swelling up and getting bigger. That's what I'm trying to say. It wasn't getting bigger. It was the same, when he first looked at it, but he probably saw that he was getting hit by them left hands and everything, and more than any other time in the fight. That's why he went up there like, man, this eye, he can't see out of it, and he's pretty much defenseless. So, that was a doctor's call, man. But nowadays, they're a lot softer than back in the days where you had one eye closed, man. You still, if you have one eye closed, if you can see out of the other eye, you can fight. I remember Ryan Garcia, a good friend of mine, WBA champion. In fact, I got to work with him when I first started training guys. One of the first champion I got to work with. I remember he fought Frankie Randall. He had his, I think, right eye closed, from a thumb, I think, or a punch. From round 5 on, or round 7 on, he fought with one eye, and it was like this, swelled up and everything, man. And I go, hey, after the fight, I go, hey, you couldn't see out of that eye. He goes, nope, but I can see out of my other one. That's all I needed. All right. They didn't even, oh, man, it was a lot worse than that one, Joe.
Well, Coach, what I thought was fascinating, Coach, was that Howard Foster once again brought Joe Joyce to the ringside position. The ringside physician closed his good eye, held up one finger, and said, how many fingers? And Joe Joyce gave the right answer. He said 1. He could still see out of that eye. And then he leans over, tells Howard Foster something. And then Howard Foster pulls him back, takes a look at it again. And he made the call and waved off the bout midway through the 6th round. Coach, that was Howard Foster's call.
Yeah.
And what, once again, correct me if I'm wrong, but no one ever stepped in and had the ringside physician look at Daniel Dubois' eye when it was closed up. He quit. He dropped to a knee twice and quit. He said no mas. Joe Joyce never did that. In fact, Joe Joyce looked like he was just getting started.
Not only did Dubois quit, he used that, I had a broken orbital bone or something like that. That cop out these motherfuckers use nowadays. I got a broken orbital bone. Shit. It's just a bad bruise, man, that swelled up. That was it. You know what I mean?
So I tell you what, nonetheless, though, cannot discount the achievement of Zhilei Zhang. Big victory. Once again, refurbishing, lighting a fire under his career now. Now he is the WBO interim heavyweight champ, and immediately following the bout, he called out Tyson Fury, saying, hey, you know what? I had 13 million pay-per-view purchasers in China at 5 a.m. Let's get 1 billion pay-per-view buys with Tyson Fury in China. How do you see that? Are you in favor of that? Or what do you think is next for Zhilei Zhang?
Joe, because of the politics right now going on in the world, man, that fight happening in China ain't gonna, you know what I mean?
Can you imagine though, Coach, 1 billion pay-per-view purchases?
Oh, come on, man. That ain't gonna be that much, man.
They had 13 million at 5 a.m.
Yeah, that 13 million, but ain't no way it's gonna be 1 billion. If they get 25, 30, 40 million, yeah, I can see that. But yeah, no, ain't no way they're gonna get. Come on, man. I know the numbers, man. Come on, man. Shit, that's fucking fantasy land. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then,
well, I tell you what.
And if it makes sense, business sense, Fury will take that fight, but he'll have it in England. He ain't gonna go to China. Nah.
Well, I tell you what, Coach. Regardless, the future does indeed look bright for the soon-to-be 40-year-old Zhilei Zhang. Now, Joe Joyce, there's a big question. After the fight, George Warren told this to IFL TV. He said, yep, there's a rematch clause, guys. And you know what? Joe Joyce has the right to invoke it. Okay? That's Joe's decision, not Queenberry's. It's his if he wants to do it. And we'll support whatever decision he makes, and we'll make it happen. Either way. Look, we've got a relationship now moving forward with Zhilei Zhang. He's under contract with Queensberry. We've got options on his next several fights. They're a great team to work with. His management team and his lawyer, Scott Schaefer. End quote. Coach Gogue, if you were Ismail Salas, if you were his head trainer, would you recommend the juggernaut go right back into a rematch?
Hell yeah, he's 40 years old, man. If he wins that rematch, he's right back in the picture. He don't need no fucking 40-year-old, don't need no tune-up. Just get that. His eye will be fine in a week, 10 days. That swelling will be gone. Okay, he'll be all right. Yeah. Try to take that. Hey, man, take the fight. Get the rematch. Have it in China. If it's 13 million pay-per-view buys, he said at $5, that's 65 million of revenue. Motherfucker, man. That's, you know what I mean? Yeah.
But you know what, Coach Gogue, you know what Zhilei Zhang reminds me of at its accelerated age? With that sharp left hand, those quick hands, the heavy hands. Corey the Sniper Sanders of South Africa, doesn't it? Yeah. Like he may not have the gas tank to fight you completely all 12 rounds, but for those first 3-4 rounds, look out. He very well may be the most dangerous heavyweight alive. Your thoughts on Zhilei Zhang and how he fares against the top 10?
He can punch. If he lands that left hand, okay, it'll hurt you. It'll get your attention. But he ain't got no stamina, man. Come on. Let's just, if Joyce's eye didn't swell up, he would have stopped him in the back half of the fight like I predicted. Yeah, he was dead tired by that third round. And you can read his nonverbal facial expressions. And another thing you can see, he wasn't throwing any punches. Right there, that told me, he was gassed out. Yeah, but anyway.
Yeah, he was sucking wind after the second, but you know what? Yeah, good for him. He deserves it.
China too, it created a lot of buzz. Now he's a national hero over there, and he'll get another big fight. Me, if I was Joyce, I would do the rematch. If Jang wants to hold it in China, hey man, 65.
Hold on, Coach. I have to bring this attention. Bunch check this out. He says he didn't look so gassed to me, and he says
you didn't look at his nonverbal expression.
And he said, "Oh, come on, Coach, that's cap." What I recommend to you, sir, go find a copy of the entire fight. Look at it again, and after round 2, he is ostensibly, easily observant. He is obviously getting gassed. That's why he didn't let his look at his punch output.
That's what I see. See, I'm a trained coach. I see this shit. I see that guy when I seen him going like this, I'm like, fuck, he's already gassed. You never show your opponent that you're tired. You keep a poker face like Salvador Sanchez, a stoic. You give that stoic, emotionless look. You never show your opponent that you're tired or hurt. And what showed me another thing that was telling, look at his punch output. He wasn't throwing any fucking punches.
After round 3, no.
That's signs of a guy that was tired.
I will say this. Peter has the beat. Joyce was ostensibly stung in the first round. Yes, sir. Several times, as well as the second. That's when the great majority of the damage was done.
Yeah.
Credit to Zhilei Zhang. He came out guns a-blazing, and it obviously paid off. He is the new WBO interim champion. You can't take that away from him. Right? Credit to him.
What happened was when they gave him them little breaks when the doctor was checking his eye, okay, that gave him time to recover to get his second win. And the thing is, it juiced him up. It motivated him. When they started checking his eye, okay, and he knew he had a chance that they were going to stop it. That's when he got pumped up. He got that adrenaline, like, okay, he found that second win, that energy. Okay,
that happens. That happens.
To go out there and finish him off. Because look, if I'm a fighter, I'm out there and I'm exhausted. All of a sudden they stop the fight. Okay, that gives me time to recover. But when they're checking his eye, I'm like, shit. Okay, I'm gonna put the pedal on the metal and finish this fucker off and put the nails in the coffin. Yeah.
Yep. And I'm not wasting any motion trying to tag his chin. I'm going for that eye again.
That's all.
I'll tell you what, credit to Zhilei Zhang too. He couldn't miss with that left hand.
Yeah.
Credit him for targeting that eye, not the chin.
Yeah.
Very, very intelligent fight plan. And once again, congratulations to the big man from China. Also want to thank my brother, James from the Boxing Source. Thank you for being here and supporting the coach. Guys, in case you missed it, I was on the Boxing Source with brother James doing our, preview for Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia. He said Zhang jumped at the opportunity, and yes, it paid off. The big man scored the jackpot. So now he becomes a major player in this version of the heavyweight top 10. Well, we'll have to wait and see how the Ring magazine ranks him from this point forward. But tell you what, he is a major player nonetheless. But guys, we are now stepping into the main event of tonight's program. And that's going to be the Coach Gogue preview for Gervonta Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia. Oh boy. Coach, can you wait for this one? And why is everyone so heavily anticipating this super fight between two guys who don't have a major world title around their waist?
Social media. Okay? We're in the social media age where you can hype up a fight, and you don't have to have all those credentials like all the great ones in the past had to. All right? Where they were established, mainstream stars, rural world champions, guys that fought, guys that earned their cred, okay, their street cred and everything. But now with social media, man, you could build up a rep, and not have to fight anybody, aka Ryan Garcia.
Yep. But obviously he has to have something that's actually stoked the anticipation. We'll find out what that is. Guys, let's rattle off the tail of the tape for the B side. King Ryan Garcia. Wow. He's going to come to the ring at age 24, Coach. He fights out of the orthodox stance. He stands 5'10" tall in the center of the ring, fights behind a 70-inch reach, originally from Victorville, California, now residing out of La La Land, Los Angeles, California. He's going to come to the ring with a perfect record, 23 wins, 0 losses, 19 big wins coming by way of knockout. Coach Gogue, what are the pros and cons of Ryan Garcia?
The pros, he's tall, rangy, he's fast, he's explosive, quick twitch muscles, explosive counter hook. That's his best weapon. Okay, that's a weapon everybody they've been promoting for this showdown. Ryan is he's got a explosive check left hook or left hook that can hurt you, which he can, and he's got a snappy right hand, long rangy snappy right hand. But that's about it. He ain't got shit. He ain't got much else. Tank sees that. Okay? He don't know how to use his jab, okay, to control that range and distance effectively. And he doesn't have intelligent footwork, okay? Knowing how to move in and out of range, moving in circles, and keeping that jab in Tank's face to keep him arranged. But he can hurt you. If you make mistakes, he can hurt you because he's quick twitch muscles, okay, where he can explode with those combinations or catch you with that counter check left hook or sometimes a right uppercut. But besides that, he left hook to the body too. But that's harder to throw on a southpaw like Tank and everything. But yeah, that's about it. To me, he's green. Coming up, Robert Diaz didn't season him enough good. Yep. With the right type of opponents to make him a better fighter he is. Then all those, promotional, all the problems he had coming up, taking time off for mental issues or promotional problems or whatever. You know what I mean? Joe, come on, man. The only real guy he has on his resume is Luke Campbell. And Luke Campbell retired after the fight. And that last guy he fought he just came to get a payday, Javier Fortuna. So besides that, man, yeah, he's just a hyped up. To me, I'm being real. He's a hyped up fighter from social media because he's got a huge social media following, but he hasn't been seasoned right, like you should be when you come in a big fight like this. Okay, that's what I see and everything. But people are buying it. It's created a lot of buzz. So hey, let Ryan get his payday.
And there it is. And there it is. Now, guys, once again, we're going to talk about everything with the coach, including the 136-pound catch weight. Will this be a detriment to Ryan Garcia? Will it make any difference? Guys, before we go into that, let's rattle off the tail of the tape for the A side. Gervonta Tank Davis. Tank is going to come to the ring at age 28, fighting out of the southpaw stance, standing 5'5" tall in the center of the ring. 5.5, my apologies. He fights behind a 67.5-foot reach, originally from Baltimore, Maryland, now training at a Las Vegas, Nevada. He comes into the ring with a perfect record, 28 wins, 0 losses, 26 big wins coming by way of knockout. Coach Gogue, what are the pros and cons of Gervonta Tank Davis?
He's an explosive puncher, can hurt you at any time, take you out at any time with that right hook, right hook, left uppercut, or that straight left hand. When he gets his distance, and if he hits you right, boy, Ryan Garcia is going to be seeing that canvas. He's going to be kissing it, tasting it. And over the years, Joe, he's polished up. Yep. He's polished up his skills real good, head movement, closing to that distance, sharpening up on his punches, not as wild. Just got more experience, more ring IQ, more maturity, ring maturity. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Tank, he's a lot more seasoned than this Garcia. Plus, he fought Barrios, man. That gave him a good that fight gave him good seasoning he needed to fight a tall, rangy guy like Ryan Garcia, because Barrios is tall and rangy. It was hard for Tank to get to him at the beginning because
find that distance. Yeah,
because of that length of Barrios was keeping him at range, but that's experience he needed. Okay, for a fight like this. Okay, now he's got that under his belt. Now that was a couple years ago. Now I think he got better where he would know how to close that distance closer when he fights Garcia, and he'll do it quicker. Okay. He's got that experience under his belt where he knows, okay, fighting a tall guy, it's not new to him. Okay. He'll know what to do and, instinctively in the ring to get that distance he wants real close and everything. Okay. Because Garcia doesn't use his jab worth of shit. I don't know if Joe Goose has been working on that, but from what I've seen, his other fights, tall, rangy guy with a good quick hands, and you don't know how to use his jab. He doesn't know how to use his footwork. Oh, Jesus. But anyway, what's Tank? Yeah, Tank's explosive fighter, a lot more seasoned. Like I said, over the years, he's gotten better. His technique, his skills have polished up. They were rough around the edges when he was coming up, but they polished up nice. Calvin been doing a good job, and that other coach he has.
Coach Kenny.
Yeah, what's his name?
Kenny Ellis.
Oh yeah, Coach Ellis. They both did a great job of polishing his skills up over the years. But like I said, that experience he had with Barrios, oh yeah, that was invaluable. Okay, that gave him the the rounds under his belt where he knows what to do when he fights a tall guy like Garcia and how to close that distance. You know what I mean? Even if Garcia tries to stick that left hand out there to keep him at range, Tank will know how to move his head, make him miss, frustrate him, break him down with body shots. Then boom, Yeah. Over with. It's over.
Guys, before we move forward, give a shout out to my brother H Money. Guys, if you haven't already, please do subscribe to my brother H Money. He says, War Week Radio. Salute. Salute to you, my friend. Thank you for being here and supporting the coach. He also says this. It's morale time, brother. Yes, we're going to be talking to Coach Ronnie this Tuesday on how his man, Osvari David Morrell Jr., is looking before his highly anticipated, dare I say, breakout fight on this highly anticipated pay-per-view card. We're going to talk all about that. I will say this, guys. My brother G Funky says, Ryan should jab the lead hand of Tank for control. Let me ask you something, Coach.
Yeah.
Has Ryan ever displayed an intelligent jab in any of his fights?
Zero.
That's going to be interesting. Sometimes
go ahead, G Funky. When you fight in a southpaw, you ain't got a direct line of fire. I mean, a direct line of fire or a straight target to hit, because that lead hand of that southpaw blocks that jab from hitting you directly. Okay, it's hard to hit a guy if you're a right-handed fighter with that jab, straight jab, because that southpaw. You know, the way they have that hand, it's right in the, like I said, right in the way of you trying to hit his face and everything. You don't have that clear line of exposure. What I'm trying to say. So what you do, like you said, you jab his lead hand just to get in rhythm. Okay, bop, bop, touch it. Okay, if you can't get a clean shot with a jab to the face, then you jab his lead hand. Okay, just to hit something to keep in rhythm. Then you can land that big right hand, boom, right down the middle and everything.
Very good observation, G. We appreciate it, brother. I will say this also, give a big shout out to my brother Kang Rai Samrando. Thank you for supporting the coach this beautiful Sunday night. Also, my brother Rodney Evans. Thank you for joining us, sir, and supporting the coach this beautiful Sunday. He says, Coach, does Tank get credit for beating a contender that's never been a world champion, but put a catch weight and a hydration clause in the contract?
Yeah, it's a big fight, man. It's a big fight, and they expect big numbers. So you give them credit, man. I mean, look, all that stuff aside, it's a big fight. Okay.
Yep.
The ticket prices they're asking for is crazy, like a Mayweather type fight, man. Okay. They said it planned. It should do over what, 500,000 pay-per-views. That's what they're estimating. I don't know.
Well, actually, they're estimating well over 1 million.
Oh shit! Okay, so you put
we'll see. We'll see if it actually does that well, because we haven't seen a pay-per-view do over the $1 million mark or the $1 million purchase mark since the rematch of Canelo Garcia or Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin. That's the last time we've seen a pay-per-view go over 1 million.
Besides Jake Paul and Floyd Mayweather.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Well, unless you count those. Yeah. Mike Tyson, Roy Jones. Yeah, we don't count that crap. Yeah. A real fight, put it that way. He has an interesting comment, my brother Peter. He says, we'll see if Master Joe Goosen has had an impact on Ryan Garcia. Keep in mind, this is their third camp together. I will say this, Coach, and this is going to lead you right into the keys to victory for the B-side, Ryan Garcia. How did his footwork look against another southpaw, Luke Campbell?
He got dropped on his ass.
It was consistently on the wrong side of his opponent's front foot, wasn't it?
Well, I don't remember, Joe. I just know he got dropped on his ass.
Well, no.
All the other fights I seen him, he doesn't know how to use the ring, okay? He doesn't know how to move in circles, move at angles, move in and out of range intelligently, and with that and the combination of using his jab, okay, effectively. Yeah. But anyway.
Well, yeah, that's how he got nailed with that overhand left, is that his front foot was on the inside of Luke Campbell's front foot. Coach, he had better have corrected that before this fight. So with that said, Coach, what are King Rye's keys to victory going into Saturday night?
You better hope Tank shows up drunk in the ring. And catch him with that counter check left hook. All right. Just keep him at range as much. Basically, use that Mario Barrios game plan. Keep him at range as much as possible because you let Tank get that distance he wants, close quarters where he can hit you. It's over with. Just keep him at range as much as possible, and if you can, catch him with that counter check left hook, or catch him with the straight right. He's gonna be looking for that right hook, that counter check left hook. So catch him with the straight right hands, right uppercuts, punches he's not expecting and everything. But he's got to hurt Tank, and he's got to put him away because if the fight goes on, it's gonna be the real beating starts. Okay. Yeah. That's his keys to victory, Joe. He ain't got shit else to work on, all right?
And there you have it. Guys, before we move forward and getting Tank Davis's keys to victory, let's give a shout out to my brother Jesus M. Saludos to you, brother. Thank you for always supporting the coach every Sunday. Also, big shout out to my brother John McSmith.
Hey, what up?
Salute Joe and the great Coach James Gogue. I'll second that, brother. Also, I need to address this real quick. He says, Rodney says, Joe, is Dave Benavidez team camping, or is the Boo Boo and Morrell fights next? Tell you what, I'll let Coach Ronnie tell you that this Tuesday before he flies out to Vegas. Please tune into that. We'll see if it's some truth to all of that noise that everyone's been shouting, right? So, guys, please stay tuned for that. Here it is, Jesus M. regurgitating the same insight that G Funky had. Ryan got to use jab, or he doesn't utilize. Well, it's very hard to utilize something that you haven't grown accustomed to using.
Yeah,
that's all I got to say. But let's take a look at the keys to victory for the favored fighter. Now, how favored? We'll get into that in a second. But here are the keys to victory, according to Coach, for Gervonta Tank Davis. What does he need to use, and what does he need to do in the ring to be successful against an athletic specimen, a guy with natural athletic gifts like Ryan Garcia?
Come in the ring sober. Don't get lost on the way to the arena, and just show the fuck up. All right. All right. Yeah, just come in the ring sober. He'll know what to do. Look, man, it'll be just like the Barrios fight. Somehow avoid that counter check left hook of Garcia, which you could do that by not lunging in, okay, and leaving yourself exposed to that counter hook. All right, keep them hands up nice and tight. Head movement, bob and weave. Bob and weave them. If you them hands of Garcia are quick, so sometimes you ain't got the reaction time to bob and weave under him. But just that jab, put that jab in his face, okay? Just that jab, okay, is gonna get him close to get the distance he wants. So, but he's not. If you put that jab, if you use it effectively, you're not going to take a lot of incoming, okay? So that jab, he's gonna have to walk him down. Okay, guy got terrible footwork, so it ain't gonna take him long to get that distance. Okay, he wants to cut the ring off, close, apply intelligent pressure, not taking a lot of incoming, cut the ring off, close the distance, try to make him a stationary target on the ropes, just like Barrios. Okay, where he can't move, and an upright target too, like he does. And me personally, Joe, intelligent pressure. Look, I haven't watched these fights, so I'm just going in my head. Okay, I've seen him fight before, but I didn't do no studying for the show. But here's what I would do. I would apply intelligent pressure. Okay, I always talk about that. Intelligent pressure is closing the distance, intelligently without taking a lot of incoming. Okay, closing the distance intelligently by cutting off his escape routes. Okay, when he's by the ropes, don't let him pivot out of there. Okay, don't let him circle around you. Okay, keep him a stationary target as much as possible. Okay, it comes with good footwork. Okay, good head movement, good jab, keeping them hands up nice and tight. Okay, walking them down. Tank, he's going to be careful, cautious like he always is.
He always is.
Getting the rounds. But as he gets warmed up, okay, he'll get a sense of, what he got to do to get closer. Because if he stays on the outside of Garcia might have Garcia will pot shot him one shot at a time and win them rounds. Boring as hell, win the rounds and that, all that stuff. Because, Tank stays on the outside, he can't do nothing. He can't get to him. So, he's got to apply that intelligent pressure and not take a lot of incoming. Watch that counter check left hook. But here's one thing. Once he gets close, I don't even fuck with the head. I go that straight left hand to the body, soften that fucker up. Straight left hand to the body. All right, if you get close, boom. Okay, a lot of straight left hands to the body to get Ryan Garcia to drop down, to get his head lower so he can, land them big left hands up top and everything. That's what I would do. Boom, boom, boom. That left hand to the body. Then I come back with that right hook to the head. Okay, because that left hand to the body is going to set up that right hook to the head. Then, just work on that body as much as possible. Then you get that distance close. Ryan's going to try to tie him up and everything because he can't fight in the inside. So just don't let him tie him up. How do you prevent a guy from tying you up? You keep your elbows tucked in nice and tight.
Tank usually does.
When Ryan goes out there to try to grab him, don't reciprocate and grab him back like this. Okay, that's one thing I say this on the show a lot. When a guy's trying to tie you up, he reaches out to grab you. Well, fighters, it's just a natural reaction to reciprocate and reach out to them and try to grab them back too, or try to hug them. And what they do is, once your arms come out, they just reach around you and tie you up. Don't keep them elbows tucked in, so Ryan doesn't have that chance to tie you up. And once you get inside, use that little forearm to push Garcia off to get that space you need. Then you can land the uppercuts, the right hooks, and the overhand lefts. Okay, and then if you get more space, Ryan steps out a little. Jab your way in, get closer, then throw that left hand to the body again. To break him down, and come back with the right hook. Then come back with the left hand to the head. But that overhand left should land. You know what I mean? But work the body. That straight shot to the body. Straight left hand to the body. That'll keep Ryan from moving around or trying to do all this shit, moving his head. That'll keep him a more stationary target, his head, a more stationary target. But it's just all about Tank getting the distance. Once he gets that distance, he'll know what to do and everything. But this is me. Ryan's tall, Tank short, straight left hand to the body. And throw it with force where it brings him down. Then come back with, if you can, throw that right hook to the head. Yeah. Tank lands that right hook. Ooh. All he got to do is hit Garcia with some good shots, and it's going to be over. The party's over, right? All right. People that are betting on Garcia are betting on fantasy. Reality is, if Tank hits him, it's over.
Well, I tell you what, Coach, according to the odds, there are a lot of people living in fantasy land currently, brother, because right now, oh boy, let me just rattle off the odds. According to our favorite book, BetMGM out of Las Vegas, right now, Gervonta Davis, it might shock you, he's listed currently as a minus 280. That's a less than 3-1 betting favorite, where Ryan Garcia is listed as a very live plus 260. Jeez. Or about a very live 2.5-1 betting underdog. Coach Gogue, in my opinion, guys, and this is from your very good friends, and once again, I just won some long green in the Saturday night main event from Hackney, UK. I will tell you this, the sexy bet, the bet that I like in this is your round group betting, right? If you guys are leaning, and I think, Coach, just by hearing you're leaning towards Gervonta Tank Davis. If you guys are leaning towards Davis the way Coach and I are, this is a sexy one that you can't overlook. According to BetMGM out of Vegas, if you do the round group betting, if you bet on a Gervonta Davis knockout between rounds 9 through 12, The odds are in your favor at a plus 600. Yes, I just said it. 6-1 odds. That means if you bet $100 on a Gervonta Davis knockout between 9 through 12, you win $600. How do you like that?
Yeah.
That's too much to pass up, guys, from your friends here at War Week Radio. Go check it out. So, Coach Gogue, do you agree with these odds, or are people just getting Ryan Garcia fever?
Ryan Garcia fever, baby. Okay. when the odds start shifting into one fighter, that means the money's going on Garcia. Well,
that's right. That's
right.
right.
Yeah.
So, guys, take advantage of it. If you want to bet on this fight, do it now before they shift any further.
Joe, I might be underestimating Garcia. I don't see shit in him that tells me, the odds should be justified like that.
Well, look, Coach, I'll take your 5 decades, 40 years plus of experience over a mainstream and casual fan who subscribes to his Instagram page. I'll take that all day long, brother.
Well, I was right. I was right on the money with that. Joyce Gilles. Everything was going to plan, like I said. If he could get past the 6th round, he'll take him in the back half of the fight and drown him. Well, they stopped it in the 6th, so I was right on that. I picked the wrong guy. I thought he would be able to take him in the back half of the fight and drown him.
But you did say
I didn't expect his eye. Okay.
Yep, but you did say as long as Joe Joyce could make it past the 6th, it was over.
Yeah.
And he didn't make it past the 6th. So, good call, brother. I will say this. Here's a big shout out to my brother, Wakor Weavenson. He says, bet you glad you put some long green on Zhang.
Yeah.
Oh, you bet, brother. You bet. So, once again, guys, I'm giving you the sexy bet on this fight. Take advantage of it.
I'm going 6 rounds to 8, Joe.
And Coach Gogue, between 6 and 8. You're going between 6 and 8.
10
okay.
Knockout.
I will say this.
4, 6, 6, and 8.
Okay, well, let's see then what the round group bet is for, let's see. Between 4 and 6, Gervonta Davis, he's at a plus 350. Apparently, handicappers believe that you may be onto something, right? We'll see. So my gut tells me, though, that it's going to come. And once again, Gervonta Davis has shown very patient, very deliberate, very defensively responsible. And history tells us, go look at that Hector Garcia fight. Something tells me we're going to see a closure between 9 and 12. That's a plus 600. But, guys, once again, and Coach Gogue, how much more fun is a fight if you actually throw some long green on it, brother?
You got a vested interest. It makes it more exciting. It's like when I used to bet on college football, man. The spread, man.
Woo!
Boy, I'm like, come on, baby. Yeah, come on.
Yeah. Guys, it's like going to the Kentucky Derby with some money on a horse. Yep,
it's like
that's
drug.
it.
Or like I said, I bet on fights before. I'll tell you this, Joe. I told everybody this before, I think. I bet Quincy Taylor when he fought Julian Jackson back in the day.
Oh, see, you had some insider information, brother. If that was stocks, that'd be illegal. Tell that story. That's amazing.
Let me finish. Back in the days, Julian Jackson, before he fought Quincy Taylor, I thought, man, that guy's a shot fighter. I thought he was shot just the way he looked his last couple performances. He'd get hit and his legs will wobble. His chin wasn't too sturdy. That to me is a sign of a shot fighter. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I knew it, man, but I didn't bet no money. When the week of the fight, a week before the fight, I was in Vegas. They were training up there, and I was in Don King's office, shooting, just shooting the shit with everybody there. And they told me that I told him, man, that guy shot Julian Jackson. Man, I don't think much of him. I think he's going to get knocked out. I think and they looked at me. They go, "You're right. You're absolutely right. He is a shot fighter." Everybody in the office was telling me that. I mean, the executives. I don't mention their names, but they're all telling me. I'm like, oh shit. Then they go, hey man, go watch him train. I go, he's training? He goes, yeah, he's gonna be training at Johnny Taco's gym around 2:30. Go check him out.
Oh, the old Johnny Tacos gym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happened was I went to go watch him. He was sparring Alex Rios from San Antonio, Southpaw. And in the second round, Alex Rios hit him with the right hook, Julian Jackson, and Jackson's legs bobbled like this. And he was knocked out on his feet and sparring. Right then and there, I go, man, I'm 100% right. So I just watched the rest of the training session, and he was easy to hit, man, in that sparring session. That tell me right there his defense ain't gonna good. And I know Quincy Taylor, not too many people know who he was. He was a southpaw, upcoming, sharp, crisp puncher, trained by Curtis Coates, ex-world champion, real good trainer. Yeah. So what happened, Joe? They told me Curtis Coates and Quincy Taylor were gonna train afterwards. Mm-hmm. So I hung around. I just wanted to see how he looked. And they didn't spar, but they worked the hand pads. And that motherfucker was razor sharp. That Quincy Taylor, he was razor sharp. And I told him, man, you're ready to go, man. I told him what happened. I just saw him get knocked out in the gym sparring. And they looked at me. I said, man, you're ready. You're gonna be champion, man. You just hit him right. You're gonna be champion. I told him in that. I said, man, this guy, he ain't got a chin. And I was so confident. Right after that, I went to the MGM Grand and bet 10 grand, 3-1 odds. I won 30 grand that night. Yeah. Crazy.
And there it is, guys. And once again,
hey, Joe, was I sweating it? Oh man, like you said, when you put money, man, you're like, oh my God.
Well, look, here's a rule of thumb, guys. If you sweat it, don't bet it. In other words, if you can't afford to lose that money, don't even bother wagering it. But if you have money to play with, boy, it makes it in the immortal words of Spinal Tap, it cranks that event to 11. Yeah, it makes it so much more enjoyable, guys.
Man, I was just waiting for that fight. I'm like, man, come on, man. When's that Quincy Taylor fight? And all of a sudden they started fighting and everything, man. I'm like, man, please don't get hit by that right hand or that left hook by Jackson. Just box him. He was boxing him intelligently. And, he was trying to make a stand, his last stand. Jackson, then I think the 6th round, Quincy caught him, hurt him, finished him off, man. I was like, bam. Yeah, that was my greatest moment of betting, winning that money, man.
30 grand, brother.
Ticket.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys.
I went to cash my ticket, and he's woof. Yeah.
Smile on your face from ear to ear. Like I will say this, guys, before we go, put down your prediction. Let's see what you think will happen. Let's start with our brother from Philly, Joseph Brown. Welcome to the show, sir. And thank you for always supporting the coach, sir. He says, Joseph and coach, by 7th round KO.
Hey, 6-8, baby, Joe. 6-8. You want to make some money, baby.
And we also want to give a shout out to our brother Ray Ray. Thank you so much for being here, brother, and supporting the coach. He says, salute. Shout out to Joe and coach. Shout out to you, my friend. My brother G Funky. He also says Tank will KO him between 6 and 8. Woo! Great minds think alike, guys. Great minds think alike.
We're going to make some money that night.
Jesus M, though, he says, you know what? I like the plus 600 Tank KO between rounds 9 and 12. And Tycho TV has the beat. Coach is a savage. Yes, he is. That's why we love him every Sunday, brother. This is can't start your week without the counsel of our beloved coach. Khalid says this, I'm going to put money on Ryan, 1 through 6 KO, and Tank 7 through 12. You know what, brother? I will say this. That is a very, very intelligent bet. He's hedging it, guys.
You ain't going to knock out Tank.
Well, he's hedging it, though. He's got all of his bases covered. That's very intelligent, brother. And James from the Boxing Source says, Coach, I'm on the bandwagon. I'm going between 6 and 8, too. Oh, I love it. And he also says, I nailed the Teofimo Lopez decision win over Lomachenko in 11-1 odds. Congratulations, brother James. Also want to welcome to the show, Anaheim 69. Says King Ryan Garcia, knocking out Monkey Tank. No, dude, you know what? Shut your mouth. Don't even bother
Hey,
starting
man, don't
that
bring
stuff.
that stupid shit up in here, man. Come on.
Yeah,
man.
dude. In fact, congratulations.
That fucking racist bullshit, man.
You know
Don't be
what?
bringing that.
Congratulations,
Block him.
brother. You
Yeah,
just
block him.
earned a huge blockage from War Week Radio. Have a nice life,
man.
brother.
Don't be bringing up that racist bullshit in here, man.
Yeah, we don't tolerate that kind of nonsense, dude. So, in the immortal words of
read these things before you put them on.
my apologies, brother. I didn't read that. I sure will start from this one
read
forward.
them on before. Yeah, these motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, my apologies, my friend. We want to give a shout out to my brother Mad Dog H. He says Ryan needs a KO early. The longer the fight goes on, the worse for Ryan, in my opinion. Can't let Tank download that information. Very good observation, sir. Also, the eternal optimist, Joey Chaz. Welcome to the show, sir. Excuse me. He says, I got it going the full 12. They're cooking up a rematch. You know what, brother? I will say this. I have a feeling in my gut that this is going to result because both fighters are very deliberate. Both fighters are going to have a lot of respect for their opposition's power. I have a feeling this fight is going to result in an inconclusive, anticlimactic 12-round majority draw. How do you like that? Let's hope that I'm wrong, guys.
Ryan Garcia is going to get stretched, all right?
And that's going to just about do it. Guys, we'll go over the entire undercard on Tuesday with Coach Ronnie Shields, but that's going to just about do it. Guys, we like so let's just recap. Coach, your official prediction for Saturday night's main event, Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia.
Tank Davis. That's it.
Yeah. And there it is. And there it is, guys.
Well,
and Tycho.
Joe, even better.
Well, I tell you what, our brother Tycho has the beat, and thank you for always bringing class to the chat, brother. He says, what a piece of crap, bringing that racist nonsense to the great sport of boxing. This is a world sport, dummy. Absolutely. And Hy-Vee, late to the party, but brother, we're available. Just pull that rewind tab back and you can listen to the show in its entirety. Thank you for always supporting the coach every Sunday, my friend. And I tell you what, Funkertees, good to see you back on the board, my friend. Good to see you back. But coach, that's going to just about do it. Guys, if you miss any part of the show, just go ahead and rewind the show right now or wait till we finish and it'll be available on demand throughout the week.
Let's hope this fight lives up to the hype.
Oh.
These guys have been talking for 3 years. All they've been doing is talking. Especially Garcia, Mr. Social Media, Instagram star.
I'm gonna start calling him one of the Blues Brothers, coach. You know that movie Blues Brothers, John Landis? Yeah. According to Ryan Garcia, he's on a mission from God. Well, brother, I tell you what, if you haven't learned how to use proper footwork or use an intelligent jab, Pope Francis could be in your corner, and it won't do you any good.
Look, Joe, he's been talking. Now it's time to walk. If you're going to talk the talk, you got to walk the walk. All right? Next Saturday, we're going to find out. Okay? We're going to find out. Okay? If he's going to walk that walk or if it was just talk. But from what I hear, the place is sold out. Is that true, Joe?
It's been sold out, brother. The first week upon tickets going on sale, ticket prices are astronomical. The only way you can get tickets, guys, are treble face value in third-party ticket outlets. Guys, from what I'm hearing, tickets are as high as anywhere between $20,000 and $40,000 week of the fight. So, guys, big fight week is upon us. Enjoy all of it. Guys, on behalf of Coach Gogue, I'm Joseph Heron. You've been listening to War Week Radio. Have a great week, everybody.